Hi and welcome back. Hector here from helpmegraduate.com. Now we're going to do the graph of tangent. We already did sin and cos, so tangent is going to be, like I said, an immediate consequence of the past two, okay? And what we're going to do is use, the table that we have for sin and cos, and knowing that tangent is sin over cos, or sin divided by cos, what we're going to do is find the values and graph those values, okay? And we're going to see some particular interesting facts, okay? So let's say that we have tangent of 0. We want to find tangent of 0. Well, how much is that? Well, that's going to be sin over cos of 0. So that's 0 over 1. So tangent of 0 is 0. Okay? Let's say we want to find tangent of 30. Okay, well that's going to be sin over cos, or 1/2 over square root of 3 halves. Okay, and that's going to be the 2's go away, square root of 3 over 3. Okay. Let's say we want to find tangent of 45. Well, that's square root of 2 over 2 over square root of 2 over 2. That's 1. Okay. There we go. Well, let's say we want to find tangent of 60. Well, that's square root of 3 over 2 over 1/2. And the 2's go away, and it's square root of 3. Okay? And then we're going to find something that I want you to realize. Okay? I'm not going to do these manually because I'm not that, a beautiful mind or something. But I want you to realize the following. As the angle increases, the value of tangent increases, okay? And it increases greatly. Notice that the square root of 3 is greater than 1. So, opposite than sin and cos, who couldn't go past 1 or minus 1, tangent can, okay? And now, let's do, for instance, tangent of 75. Well, that's 0.96 above 0.25. Well, how much is that? Well, according to the calculator, it's 3.73. Oh, that's bigger than 1, all right? Let's keep going. Let's say tangent of 80, 0.98 over 0.17. Well, how much is that? Well, that's 5.6, even bigger. Let's say 85, 0.99 over 0.08. Oh. Tangent of that is 11. And so on. You can see that the value of tangent increases if the angle increases. Okay? If x increases, the angle, the alpha, tangent increases. And then something magic happens when we reach tangent of 90. We have 1 over 0. Remember our past video about inverse functions? K over 0, how much is that? Infinite, okay? So, this means that there's no other choice for the graph of tangent, okay? It has to be somewhat of an increasing parabol that when it gets close to 90, it just takes off, okay? So what we're going to do here is draw a vertical line in 90. Okay, we're going to extend the y-axis a little bit. And the graph of tangent is going to look a little bit like this. It starts in 0, but then it starts growing, and when it reaches 90, it just takes off to the infinite, okay? That's the first part of the graph of tangent. Now, what happens if I do tangent of 91, 92? It's not going to be 1 above 0. There's going to be values, okay? Because by then, 91, cos is going to have something. It's not going to be 0. So let's do that. Well, if we do, let's say, tangent of 95, we're going to have a negative number. 95 tangent is going to be minus 11.4. Where does the minus come from? Do you guess? Well, remember that cos starts at 1. it starts decreasing, it intercepts 0, and then it continues all the way down in the negative area of the axis. That's where the negative comes from, because whatever number you're going to have next here past 91 is going to be negative. And a positive divided by a negative ends up in a negative. Okay? Now let's do another one. Let's do tangent of 100. Well, that's going to be minus 5.6. Let's do another one, 120. That's going to be minus 1.7. You can pretty much see the pattern, right? Well, what happens here? Well, as the tangent gets close to 91, okay, it looks like it comes from like the bottom, from like the core of Earth. But when it keeps growing north, it just gets closer again to its origins, okay? And if we were to do tangent of 180, guess what value we're going to come up with? 0. Because tangent of 180 is sin of 180 over cos of 180. And that's 0 over minus 1. And that's 0. So the graph for tangent is going to look a little bit like this. It comes from the core of the Earth. I was going to say something, but I'd rather not. Instead of the core of the Earth. It comes like this. And here it goes. Meeting 180 at 0. And then this, since it's periodic, because sin is periodic and cos is periodic too, it's going to repeat itself. Okay? And you can do the exercise. It's going to go back all the way up. And here we have to draw our vertical line again. And there you go. And as you may have realized, it's also periodic infinitely. Okay, it's going to keep on going infinitely. That right there is the graph of tangent. It looks very, very different from sin and cos, okay, which were trapped between minus 1 and 1. Well, tangent is going to be all over the board, okay, as you can see. Next video, next trigonometric function.